Welcome everybody. Hello. Welcome everyone back to Tier List.
Welcome everybody back.
I got Tom with me this time. Look, there's a camera for person number 2, which is great. We're gonna be doing a Smash Bros. Tier list, but we're going to look at it primarily as a casual game because compet is a completely different ballpark. First things first, just like last time, are there any Smash Bros. Games that you have not played?
I played every Smash game.
Exactly the same as me. Cool. Right, let's just jump into it then. So, first one on the list. Let's go chronologically. Smash Bros. 64. How do you feel about this? Let's open with you, Tom.
Well, Smash is 64 is an interesting one because it's the first. But
Yeah.
I don't remember it existing, and then I remember I really wanted it, like to the point where I think I got it when my parents went on holiday to Spain, and I remember they came back and I remember asking them for it as like a souvenir or something, and I kind of picked it up in whatever you call it, in the airport shop. Because,
yeah, in customs or whatever. Yeah.
Customs or something, because they just bought it on the way or something. And I don't know why I must have read it in a magazine, because back before, this would be
The internet, right?
Yeah, was Smash 99. So yeah, I would have had Nintendo official magazine.
Oh, I remember those.
One, and it just had all the boys in it. It had Link, because I loved Ocarina of Time, Mario.
The thing for me was that it had Ocarina of Time Link, right? That was the coolest thing in the world. For me, I actually picked up Smash Bros. After I played Melee, because I kind of realized that, oh wait, Melee's the second game? What? I kind of need to try the first one. I think my opinion on it is a bit, stinted because of that.
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about the adventure mode. Was there even an adventure mode back then? I think there was. Yeah, because I remember you had to fight Metal Mario at one point.
Yes, and there was break the targets.
Yep.
The fact I had a nemesis, I think.
Oh, did you?
I believe so.
I mean, the fact that, like, first game of the series and they give you an adventure mode, a classic mode, probably not an All-Stars, I think that came in later, but, like, target test, target practice, whatever it was called, I think that's really cool. Gave you a lot of replayability because, obviously, you had 4 unlockable characters as well.
Yes, who were previewed, who were grayed out in the intro until you unlocked each one.
Yeah.
And they would then show up, which was a very cool touch.
Kind of sick. Oh, and
I was really spooked by the warning thing when you unlocked a new character, because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. And I absolutely love the character selection screen where you, like, selected someone and it was their 3D model and they, like, struck a pose. That was really cool.
Yeah, it had a lot of charm.
Yeah,
it really does use charm. Even not even talking from a combat standpoint.
Yeah,
there's a lot of charm to it.
I think if we put it at a solid B tier, we might be able to move it later.
It's a good starting point, honestly.
Yeah. Melee. Okay, this is why we're dividing casual and competitive, because we might jump into compet later. We'll see how much time we have. But okay, so this brought in a load more characters, which was great. Everyone had their own target test map. They introduced the side special because in Smash 64, like I think side and standard special was like the same.
Yeah, only neutral up and down.
Yeah.
B.
They also introduced All-Star mode, I believe. Adventure mode was sick.
Yeah, what's the difference between... Oh, adventure mode is fantastic.
Yeah. The fact that, like, you could race against the F-Zero cards, because I actually played a lot of F-Zero X growing up. The underground dungeon, or maze, whatever it was called, from Zelda, that was really cool.
What is All-Star mode the one with the numbers?
All-Star mode was the one where you had to fight every single character, and in the resting area, you only had 3 heart containers.
I remember now, but there was a certain mode. Your challenges, I think.
Challenges. Oh, yeah. This brought in
you'd have to beat Ganon with Zelda as your partner.
This brought in all of the events as well.
Events, yeah. And there was the trophies.
Yeah.
I got all, tried to get so many trophies.
Yeah, that's right.
the more you got, the less chance you had. You have to use more coins.
Yeah. And it also brought in like special melee as well with like stamina. It brought in like the coin melee that I hated. Yeah, it did a lot actually. This. The only thing I have to argue against melee for is that for casual players, the controls are quite difficult to get a hold of because of how strict it is with the inputs. If that makes sense. I guess that's why like it pops off in compet because like it feels really smooth once you kind of understand the mechanics. But like for a completely new player, it does get a bit confusing. As to why your inputs seem to be being eaten or something like that. But I think, you know, this is fantastic. I don't know if many is going to be like CODs, but I'm happy putting this above Smash 64 just because of everything it added.
Yeah, I think we basically covered all the bits there. I mean, most of my experience with the Smash have been from playing solo. I never really had people that would come around to play Smash with me. So this, for me, it's just how good the single player modes are.
Yeah,
and the fighting the AI. So.
And they had plenty of like single player modes. They also introduced Crazy Hand in this game as well, which was cool.
They did.
Yeah.
And I think bonus points for being the best controller. That's
100%. Yeah, that's a different tier list. We're gonna do a controller tier list one day. Yeah, I'm torn between S and A, but let's put it at a strong A for now, and we can talk about the other games later. Okay, moving on to the Wii. Brawl. I loved this game as a casual player.
Subspace Emissary.
Exactly.
Was everything I wanted out of Melee's story mode and more.
Exactly. Like, the boss fights with Rayquaza, no, Rathalos wasn't in there at that time. It was that, like, weird robot thing, you know?
It was the one with the wheels?
Yeah, that's the one. Gallium, maybe? I don't know. I forgot his name.
Piranha Pete.
Oh, yeah, right at the start, like, branching storylines, being able to, like, save Peach or Zelda. The only thing I didn't like about it was with the target test, they kind of took away all of the character specific ones and they just had a easy, medium hard, and very hard version of it. But like for me, honestly, just because of Subspace, Brawl is right up there, man. Like,
definitely.
Before I started like even paying attention to the competitive scene as well, just like playing with Grinham. Hi Grinham, by the way. I know you'll be watching. Playing with Grinham, just we spent literally an entire day doing the target test just to beat mine and my brother's score. I remember Taboo. He was such a hard boss.
Yeah, they said, and he was very cheap. And I think didn't they make you fight Sonic against him? Like they were like, oh, now you've unlocked Sonic.
Yep, here you go.
Play Taboo.
Also,
but, there's a lot of heart in the Subspace Emissary.
Yeah. Also, the first game to have third-party characters, so it opened up a lot for Smash.
Snake and Sonic.
Yeah. So I'm super happy having this in S tier. Okay, I don't know what we do with these two. Let's just talk about them first. I'm going to put them in D for now, but they're not actually going to go in D. These two as a casual gamer. Okay, so the hype for it, okay, was insane. All of the reveal trailers were so good. I remember watching them over and over and over again when Greninja was announced, you know, when Mega Man was announced. Like the cinematics were so good. However, they took away target test. Not happy about that. The single player on... Okay, let's talk about the DS first. Single player on DS, they had that weird, like... Was it called Smash Run?
I only played the demo version of the DS, but I did pretty much end up buying a Wii U to play.
Yeah. So, okay, so in the 3DS version, they had this weird thing called Smash Run, which you had, like, a time limit and this giant map, and you had to, like, collect stats and stuff like that. And then at the end of it, you kind of like fight each other with the stats you had. So you could have like Ganondorf, who's super speedy but hits like paper. It was like really surreal. It wasn't that replayable, I'm gonna be honest. Playing on the 3DS also felt terrible. But all of the extra characters and stuff like that, it being portable was nice because, you know, you can play at school, you can, like uni, whatever. But honestly, Smash for a handheld, I'm happy keeping this at D. It just wasn't that good.
I don't remember being that impressed with the demo. I think the only thing they really pushed for was having the 60 frames characters with the 30 frame background, I think.
Yeah, that was cool. Oh, I do want to say though, the art direction in that game looked fantastic. How they did like the weird stroke effects from a paintbrush and like the outlines because it was on such a like small screen so you could see each character. That was really nice.
I'm looking at that now. Yes.
Yeah.
So it is quite.
It's very stylized
dynamic.
and it's very nice, but it was still on the 3DS, which kind of killed it a little for me. So its counterpart Wii U. Once again, giant roster. Amazingly big roster, and instead of Smash Run, they had Smash Tour, Smash Board, which was absolute garbage. It really wasn't good.
This is the Budokai 2 of the series.
Yeah. Oh, however though, introduced 8 players.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, so in Smash 4, we had the Master Core and Master Fortress, and I actually spent so long trying to get the achievement for completing Classic on 9 difficulty. And for me, that was a really fun challenge, because it was really...
I think I ever saw that.
Dude, it was really hard, I'm not lying to you. Because you only had, like, 2 lives, I think.
Yeah, what was the thing you had to do? You remember that looked quite cool on Smash Wii U. When you put the difficulty up, it got more evil looking.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
See, it's hard not to look at it retrospectively, because at the time, I was pretty excited for it because it's a new Smash game.
Oh, yeah. I might put it just under the original Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Or maybe above, actually. Maybe above. But it didn't have an adventure mode.
No.
And if you're like playing on your own, you kind of want an adventure mode. I'll put it under Smash Bros for now, and then we can discuss later.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely missed out on that Master Fortress you're talking about. I think I remember.
It was so difficult. It was so much fun, but I remember raging so much because I almost defeated it, and then I got wiped.
Oh yeah, that looks filthy.
Yeah, because like you had to go through all of the different forms first. You had to go through like, first I think you had to fight Master Hand first, and then it was like the Master Beast or whatever, Master Swords, Master Big Man, Bulky Boy, and then it was the Fortress. It was crazy. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to Ultimate. Still no adventure mode. Well, no, there is. I lied. World of Light.
It's
What are your opinions on World of Light, please?
It's something to do, but it's like...
It's something
why
to do.
Why has it got to be a big board game? Why can't it just be?
Yeah.
Why can't we just have a Subspace Emissary equivalent? I thought that's what we were getting when we saw everyone get wiped the out except for Sakurai's favorite boy Kirby.
Oh, it was such a hype trailer. Like, who was it who said like stow your fears? Was it Zelda?
Oh, I can't remember. It was bloody good.
It was so hype. It was so hype.
Then you weren't really sure where you were going, and you got to so many roadblocks. Like I remember there was absolute bull. Zero Suit Samus in a stage where you get poisoned all the time.
Yeah.
But it was you had a health bar, not smash meter, so you were just.
There was a lot that I didn't like about World of Light. About 90% of it I didn't like. The bosses were really fun. The final act was really fun. You got to control Master Hand.
Yeah,
that was sick. If it was like 10% the length of the board game and then just more cool stuff like that, I would be alright with. You know? Maybe 50%.
World of Darkness after that, I think, or World of something else.
Yeah, maybe 50% less of the main board game stuff. So there is an adventure mode, so at least it brought that back.
In a sense.
Is Target Test still not there? I don't think it's there, is it?
Smash Ultimate basically feels like an apology for
Smash 4.
Smash 4. Yeah, it's definitely geared more towards, not the solo.
Yeah.
Squad Strike's fun. Is it Squad Strike? It's called.
Squad Strike is really fun. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Squad Strike was a lot of fun. It was really nice being able to play classic mode 2 players, even though I only did like a couple of runs as 2 players. It's really difficult, this one. All-Star mode, also 2 players, and obviously like the events was in both Brawl and this game as well.
Well, the Spirit boards, so a lot of the Spirit stuff kind of takes over, sort of takes over events with the special rules.
Yeah.
There is a home run contest, but no break the targets.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just talking about music now for each
Yeah.
one, but Brawl, the biggest library, I think, of new tracks, because I remember back in the day of, just using the internet, just like you would, and nothing was ever sort of streaming, so I just had like a big folder of the downloaded Brawl library, and I would just listen to the out of that.
It's also because in Ultimate they did bring back every single track. You have to remember that as well. Like Ultimate was really good, and plus like the roster is insanely big. All of the DLC, hated all of them. They brought in some like really cool DLC characters like Sephiroth.
Sora.
Yeah, Sora was a huge one. Steve, even, who ever thought that Minecraft would be in Smash? That's actually really big. I'm torn between putting this. Actually, no, I think it actually goes above Melee as a casual standpoint. Yeah. Do we want to renew anything here? Well, honestly, I think Ultimate might actually slip its way into S as well.
Well, the fact that not just because it's the newest one, but I have so this is a retrospective games. After playing Ultimate, playing Smash 4 feels like wading through custard.
Water, dude.
It's so horrible.
It's like you're swimming. But that's like going back and playing games, right? Which is kind of like messing up my normal Smash Bros. I think I might actually put this into S tier just because of like the sheer amount of characters that you can play as.
Yeah. Plus, my main experience with Ultimate has been from a multiplayer standpoint as well. So there's that appeal because we got it at the vaults.
Yeah.
And we do play it occasionally after a few drinks. So, like I say, it has got that part of it.
Smash 4, I'm thinking if it belongs in B. Because it was still really fun as a casual game, I'm not gonna lie.
Smash 4?
Oh, but then like, with casual players, they would just like constantly roll, and there was no like roll cooldown in that. And like rolling was really powerful in Smash 4. Especially as a casual gamer back then.
I do remember playing it at EGX.
Yeah, I did as well.
And they had a lot of GameCube controllers set up, and it was good fun when people actually get together and play.
Yeah.
And we hadn't really had the taste of Ultimate's tightness.
Yeah.
To compare it to. So
you know what? I'm happy with the list like this. All right, so that's our casual tier list. Let's do a really quick comp one. How well versed are you in the comp scene of all of these games? Otherwise, I'll just take the reins here.
I think you can mostly take the reins because I played Smash 64 and Melee and Brawl and 4 pretty much. I think 4 was maybe the first one I got a little bit of a comp taste for, but...
Yeah, so let's start with Smash Bros normally. I only know this as a viewer and as someone who's seen a bunch of videos online, but I know that hit stun is a huge thing in Smash Bros original. To the fact that like you can get combo to death pretty quickly, and that's why they play with like I think 5 stocks or 6 stocks. For me, I'd like to actually try and play the game when I play against someone. I don't want to like sit there watching Sudoku being played. So I'll put this at like a B tier because at least it did like start everything off. Melee is straight up there in S tier for me. Still the most watched Smash games, like for compare scene in general. When you finally get the movement down, it feels so rewarding It added L cancel. No, actually, well, the original Smash Bros had like Z canceling as well, but you know, L canceling feels like really sick when you pull it off. Just when I did my first moonwalk as Captain Falcon, I felt like the coolest boy in the world, even though I was like 10 years late. But yeah, like I absolutely love the competitive scene for Melee just because of the high difficulty spike and just like trying to get there and whatever.
I mean, it's a close to. I mean, come November, it'll be a 22-year-old game.
Yeah.
And it's still being played at competitive level.
Yeah, and people are still pushing that bar of how good you have to be with the game, so I'm happy putting that at S tier. Brawl is straight up just dog. Tripping is dumb. You can dash dance in Melee, and then to slow the game down and then stop you from being able to dash dance in Brawl because of tripping is so stupid. It made the like competitive scene slow unless you played Meta Knight, because everyone would walk instead of run because you didn't want a chance to trip. It was just really, I wasn't happy with it, you know. There was like little to no hit stun in this one, so it's complete opposite to like Smash Bros. So there was like no real combos that you could pull off and feel good about yourself. Yeah, I think it's just dog. 3DS Smash, dog, because you can use a controller. Wii U, okay. Pre-Bayonetta and Cloud. I would have maybe...
I never had the DLC, but yeah, I've heard they were.
Yeah. So pre-Bayonetta and Cloud, I would have put it maybe B, maybe C. It was annoying that all of the combos were just ladder combos, where it was like down throw, up tilt, up it, up it, up it, up it, up B, and that's your combos. Not much has changed in Ultimate with some characters, but there are like a significant like there's more combos that you can do in Ultimate at least, and it's not just ladder combos. It got stale really quick. I think I went to 2 tournaments and I was like, yeah, this is not for me, just because like, you know, whoever got the first combo starter, it would just be a string of up airs. So I don't know about this one. Because
story time with competitive.
Please, yeah.
Smash 4. When I was in university, the where I used to work in the cinema, there was also a CEX.
Oh, cool.
And they were advertising a Smash 4 tournament, and me and my coworker said, "Oh, I'll work for that." So we went, and the prize was a pretty good prize. I can't remember what it was, but it was
sure.
pretty decent. And we basically, there was like 10 people. There was 2 like mega sweats, 2 little kids that were like 6 or 7.
Oh, poor boys.
Me and my coworker.
Yeah.
And then I think, and then there was like 8 of us, so maybe 12, and they split us into groups of 4. But how they did it wasn't elimination. It was the amount of stocks you took. They would tally at the end.
Oh, that's stupid. No.
So
that's
the 2 sweats were against these 2 little kids, and they were just farming stocks off them.
Oh, that's so mean.
And so at the end, they were up by like 20 plus.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
And then because me and the other guys were playing people that were just like all right.
Yeah.
We had like 2 or 3. It was so daft.
I'm gonna put this in C tier just because of the current meta is just Bayo. Bayo wins, and that's that. Literally pay to win. And speaking of pay to win with Kazuya, no, he's not really pay to win. There are things that you can do against Kazuya. Okay, so Ultimate, we can both actually talk a bit of shop here, right? Because we both have dabbled in compare in this game.
Yes.
I personally get tilted a lot with Ultimate Compare, just because some of the characters are absolute cancer to play against.
Mega Man,
Pac-Man, Rob, I actually hate playing against.
Rob sucks.
Yeah.
Especially his down throw to up air.
Palutena is like
Palutena's horrible. Just basically a lot of characters Mikey plays.
Hey Mikey. Yeah, like there's a lot of toxic matchups in this game. Like obviously, I don't know if people know, but there was like a huge thing when it was the online era with like Sonic being a nuisance to deal with. Kazuya has like 0 to deaths consistently, which is annoying. Especially like at top level gaming, which I never got to.
Yeah.
That was like, that must be so annoying to like get to top 8 or whatever, and then a Kazuya bodies you because they've been labbing for like 24 hours straight. It's a weird one because like, it feels really nice when you have like an even matchup and it's all about like you versus the other player instead of a character versus like a character carrying, if that makes sense.
I think so. Basically, we're thinking a high A, basically.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. It's got its problems, but it's not impossible to get into the competitive scene of that. And the fact that like a load of top ranked players, they have like a lot of characters in like both S and A tier. That just means that the game is actually balanced for compare, because you could theoretically win with a bunch of the characters. I think it's half the roster. So yeah, yeah. So this is our like super quick compare tier list. Cool. Well, that's our list. Tom, thanks for joining me.
Till next time.
Till next time. All right, we'll see what tier list we do next. Maybe. Hello. Bye, guys.
Yeah.